Today's question for warming up, and I'll let you think about it, is what's your favorite way to use or enjoy fire? We do have a fire theme today, so we will get started with a warm up. The first thing we're going to do is Scissor Jacks. So get your mind wrapped around this one for first thing in the morning. It's opposite arm and leg. So you're hopping. It's like jumping jacks, but in a frontal plane here. So from the side, that looks like opposite arm and leg going forward. Keep that up. All right, so I will start with Becky. What's your favorite way to use or enjoy fire? Fireplaces are wonderful. And you have picked the same thing that my answer is. I love to have a good fire in the fireplace, especially now that there's cold weather here. All right, so next thing we're gonna do is just a sumo squat. So sumo squat is a wide stance, toes pointed outwards. You're gonna come down and up from the side. That looks like down and up. Keep your chest up nice and tall. Christy, what's your favorite way to use fire? That's outdoor bonfires are so nice, aren't they? Okay, Catherine, your favorite way to use fire? We all want to get back to those days when we can just gather with a bunch of friends. Being around a fire with friends is wonderful. Okay, so now we're going to do a walk up pop squat. So that is going to be a high plank. You're going to walk those feet up, and then this is your ending position here. So you're going to walk up and then squat with your hands up. Okay, Lauren, what is your favorite way to use fire? Fire pit. Definitely a theme of just gathering around the fire for enjoying it. I love that. Okay. And yes, what is your favorite way to enjoy fire? Yes, camping in a fire ring. I like that. That sounds nice about now. Okay, one more warm up. You're going to be staying on the mat here. These are called hand release push-ups. So you start out with your whole body on the mat, lying flat, and your hands come up several inches off the ground, and then you are forcefully pushing through the ground to get back up. You can do these push-ups on your knees, or you can do coming up on the feet, whichever one feels good to you. But the important part is it's a hand release. So every time you lift your hands off the ground, push back into the mat, and then lower yourself all the way flat. Pick those hands up and forceful push into the mat. All right, keep it up. Okay. Those hand release push-ups are looking good. All right. Okay, so we are going to get started with the workout here. We are doing 4 exercises in a row, and we will be doing the first one for 60 seconds, the second one for 45 seconds, the third exercise for 30 seconds, and the last exercise for 15 seconds. And we'll have a 15-second rest in between our exercises. So to start off with here, I'll tell you what we're going to be getting into. We're going to do that scissor jack that we warmed up with. So you're going to take your hands in opposite arm and leg. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then pop down into a sumo squat, just once. So that's what this looks like. For the next 60 seconds, you're going to be doing this. And then we'll have a 15-second rest. Okay. All right. So we're going to get started in about 10 seconds here. So for 60 seconds here, we have Scissor Jacks to Sumo Squats, and go. 2, 3, 4, and then go down to that Sumo Squat. So it's just repeating and down into the Sumo Squat. Okay, good. All right, halfway through, keep it up. Okay, almost there. Coming on the last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Looking good. Okay. All right, so now we have high plank to low plank starting in 3, 2, 1. High plank to low plank, just like this. So you are just alternating, being on your forearms and your hands. Go ahead and start if you haven't. We're going to do this for the next 40 seconds or so. So if you think about alternating too, which hand you use to push yourself up into that high plank position. Good. And the challenge here is to keep those hips from twisting too much. So you do have to keep a tight core. I know you are all doing right now. Excellent. Another option for this, if you want to take it to your knees, you're still going to get a great workout. As always, I want you to modify this exercise so you can just keep moving through the time that you're given. So whatever you need to do to make it an exercise where you can keep moving and rest. Okay. All right, so next, after 15-second rest, we're going to do some jump squats. This one's just going to be for 30 seconds. You're going to come up. You're going to be going to a squat, going up. And 3, 2, and 1. Jump squat for the next 30 seconds. Okay, keep it up. 10 seconds left. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, in 15 seconds, we're gonna get pop squats started. So it's like we did in the warm-up. You're walking up and then doing this. If you wanna make it a little more challenging, you can hop up and do this. Hop up and do this. And go. Just doing this for 15 seconds. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we're going to break for 15, and we're going to do everything one final time here. So we're going to start back at the top with our Scissor Jack to Sumo Squat for 1 minute. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 4, and then squat. Good. Good. Guys are looking really good this morning. Halfway. Keep it up. So anything we ever do that's jumping related, just keep in mind a modification for that is to not jump. You can move your body in the same way, but just not jump. If that ever becomes a way that you feel like modifying, you should do that. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay. High plank to low plank, starting in 15 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Go for it. Remember to try to alternate which hand is pushing you up into that high plank. Okay, keep it up. About 15 seconds to go here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. 15 seconds rest, and we get to the jump squats. Okay. All right. Starting with your jump squats in 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Halfway through already. Keep it up. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 15 seconds rest. And then we have 15 seconds of pop squats. After which, we're going to have a fire round. Oh my, what is that? You're going to find out soon. We are going to the pop squats and go. Keep moving. Just a few seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Fire round. You've been dying to know. What is it? So, fire round is all 4 of those exercises we just did. We're going to do them back to back, but only 15 seconds each. So no rest, but we're only doing each exercise for 15 seconds. And it's fire because it's fast. We're fast moving from one to the next. I'll call everything out so that you don't have to really watch the screen. You know what's going on by just listening to me here. Okay, so we're going to get started here in just a few seconds. Okay, so we're starting with the Scissor Jacks to the Sumo Squats. And we're going to go 2 fire rounds. That's 2 more minutes of work, and then we're done. So go. Scissor Jacks to Sumo Squats. And go. High plank to low plank. And let's go for jump squats. All right, and let's go to the pop squats. Almost through the first fire round. Okay, 3, 2, 1, Scissor Jacks. After this fire round, we have 2 minutes to rest. You can do it. High plank to low plank in 3, 2, 1. Jump squats in 3, 2, and 1. Go. Come on. We've got less than 30 seconds of work before that 2-minute rest. Let's make it worth it. 3, 2, 1. Pause squats. 15 seconds to go. Keep going in 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, you have earned that 2-minute rest, right? Not a fire round because it's fast. Also because do you feel the fire in your legs and otherwise? Good. Good, good. Whew. So in a couple minutes, we'll start another set of exercises. We're going to keep with that format of doing all the exercises for a longer time, back to back, and then a fire round at the end, but just different exercises. Whew. Everyone is looking great this morning. Okay. Make sure to drink some water. Oh. Another minute here before we get started. Okay. All right, so the first exercise is going to be a reverse lunge. And since it's 60 seconds, I will cue you halfway through so you can switch sides. So we'll stay on one side for the first 30 seconds. So that is going to just take one leg back and sink down. Don't take that leg too far behind you. You don't want that back leg to be too stretched out. But think about sinking that knee straight down under your hip. So we're going to do that for 30 seconds and switch sides. So we're going to start in 10. Okay. Reverse lunge starting in 3, 2, 1. Pick a side, any side. Stick with it for the first 30 here, and then we'll switch. Good. Making sure that front leg is doing the work. So you're really not launching yourself off that leg that goes behind you. You're pushing through that front heel to stand up tall after each reverse lunge. Switch sides. All right. Some fantastic lungers there. You are doing great this morning. Keep it up. All right. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. So in 15 seconds, we're going to do hand release push-ups as we did in the warm-up today. So we'll be going at that for 45 seconds here. All right, starting in 3, 2, and 1. Hand release push-ups. Keep it up. And halfway. All right, final 10. Keep going. You've got this. Lifting those hands up, forcefully pushing into the mat. And 3, 2, and 1. Stay on the mat. Next is going to be bridge marching. You're going to be on your back, your hips lift it as far towards the ceiling as possible, and you're going to be marching. All right, so we're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hip bridge up to the ceiling and march. How do you get the most out of this exercise? Well, I'm glad you asked. Really keep your core tight, squeeze those glutes, and constantly be pushing those hips up to the ceiling. I promise, if you do all those things, it's gonna heal your glutes tomorrow. Whew. 3, 2, 1, stay on the mat. Okay, so we're gonna go for our final 15-second exercise, plank jacks. All right, so those can be done on the forearms or the hands, whichever feels good to you, and you go out and in with the legs. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Keep it up, almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Okay, so we've got one more time around those same time structures until we hit our fire round after that. Okay, so we are going here in 3, 2, 1, reverse lunge. We're using that front leg as your powerhouse here, driving your weight through that heel in the front to stand yourself up. Good. All right, and switch sides. Beautiful. Keep it up. Final 10 seconds here. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hand release push-ups starting in 15 seconds. Okay. To the mat, 45 seconds of hand release push-ups. And 3, 2, and 1, go. Good. We're halfway through. Ten seconds. And 3, 2, and 1. Stay on the mat. Starting with bridge marching in about 10 seconds. So slow and controlled works best with this exercise. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Good. It's like you want to pretend the mat's on fire. So you're pushing your butt away from the mat and towards the ceiling as much as you can. One more visualization to help you really get in this position that makes this a good exercise for you. 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1. All right, plank jacks in 15. And plank jacks in 3, 2, 1. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay, getting ready for our fire round next. Okay. Okay, so for the fire round, it's only 15 seconds, so just alternate on your lunges because it's not very much time to switch halfway through. So just alternate which leg you take back behind you with each rep of that reverse lunge. So we're going to start in 10 seconds. Fire round number 2. Okay, starting with the reverse lunge in 3, 2, 1. Going to hand release push-ups in 3, 2, and 1. Hand release push-ups. Keep it up. Bridge marching in 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right, you guys are doing so good today. Keep it up. Plank jacks in 3, 2, 1. Never stop moving. There's a fire. Got to keep going. All right, one more fire round, and then we get a couple minutes of rest. Back up to reverse lunges, and 3, 2, 1, go. Less than a minute of work before we get to rest. Keep it up. Hand release push-ups in 3, 2, 1. Keep it up. Bridge marching in 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. See those butts up in the air. That looks great. 3, 2, 1, plank jacks. Keep it up. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Oh, everyone is looking good. Got a couple minutes of rest here before we head into our last set here. Okay. Excellent. Does anyone feel the fire? Yes. Me too. We're not starting for another minute here, but I'll go ahead and demo out the first exercise. They're skater touchdowns. So the initial movement is something we have done before. You're kind of hopping side to side like this, but you're going to have a lower stance because touchdown is the second part of it. You're actually going to be reaching down to touch the inside, kind of like where your big toe is on your shoe. Touch the ground with that movement. Helps if you kind of just stay low the whole time so you're not constantly up and down. If you kind of stay in a low crouch while you're doing this, this works best. All right, so we're going to start here in about 10 seconds. Okay, so starting with 60 seconds of our skater touchdown, and go. Good. Keep it up. We're halfway through already. Good. Lots of touchdowns, I see. Keep it up. Last 10 seconds here. In 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Beautiful. Next up is fast feet. So how would you move your feet if you were on coals? Probably really fast, right? Burning coals, feel the fire. It'd be less painful if you go faster. That's what we're doing. Okay, starting in 3, 2, 1. Fast feet. So just tiny little steps. Really on the balls of your feet here. Thinking about picking up those feet as soon as they hit the ground. Hot coals. All right. You got this. 20 seconds to go. In 3, 2, and 1. Next is triangle push-ups. Different than the wide we had our hands before. You're going to have a triangle position with your hands like this. And you want to think about your elbows always touching your ribs with this. So we're going to start that one and about 10 seconds here. So you got this triangle coming in to your sternum each time. That's where you want your body to lower. So get that triangle position in your hands and coming down. Go. So as you lower yourself, your elbows should be in contact with the side of your body the whole time. Good. This position works the triceps more, which is why we're doing push-ups twice, because this is really more triceps than the chest because of this position of the hands. All right, 10 seconds. Let's go. Keep it up. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay. All right. So we will be doing, last but not least, body saws. So they are a forearm plank where you are just sawing your body back and forth. So you're keeping a good tight plank, but you're also getting some good shoulder, upper arm work by sawing your body back and forth over your elbows. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds of body saws. So rocking back and forth, trying to keep that butt down as much as you can. And 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna start back at the top with our skater touchdowns in 15 seconds. Okay, starting here in 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Keep it up. All right, we are halfway through. Keep making those touchdowns. So between this exercise and the hip bridge marching, you may feel a little bit of hip business tomorrow. Not a bad thing. Get a little booty workout. Last 5 seconds. Keep it up. And 3, 2, 1. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Everyone can still hear me fine? Good, okay. All right, so we're gonna start with fast feet in 3, 2, and 1. Right. Jumping on those coals. Nobody's getting burnt today. See that? 20 seconds left. Okay. Starting on those triangle push-ups. And 3, we're gonna rest for 15, so don't go right to the mat, but we're gonna start the triangle push-ups in about 10 seconds here. We're gonna make that triangle with your index fingers and thumbs touching, lowering yourself onto the mat as your elbows are scraping those rib cages. And 3, 2, and 1. Placement's really important too here. So that triangle that you make, you're trying to put your sternum right inside of that, if you will. Good. Keep it up. Last 10 seconds. Okay. We are resting for 15, and then we do body saw for 15. Starting with body saw in 3, 2, 1. Okay, almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, great. All right. Heading up to some fire rounds next. Okay. All right. So let's get started with some skater touchdowns. 15 seconds of each exercise, because it's time for some fire. All right, skater touchdowns in 3, 2, and 1. Fast feet in 3, 2, 1. Fast feet. Keep it moving. Three, 2, 1. Triangle push-ups. All right, keep it up. Body saw in 3, 2, 1. Body saw. All right. And rest for 15, and then we're going to do one final round of the fire. We've got 5 seconds before we get started. Skater touchdowns, and go. You get 2 minutes of rest after this, so let's earn that rest. Really work this. Fast feet in 3, 2, and 1. Fast feet. Three, 2, 1, and triangle push-ups. All right, keep it up. We're so close here to rest. Keep moving. Body saw in 3, 2, and 1. All right, in 3, 2, and 1, rest. Oh, lovely. Got a couple minutes here to get yourself hydrated Catch your breath. We are doing great. Okay. So we're going to be doing, the last thing we're doing today is called JAMS. It's an acronym. And I'll describe it here in just a second. Each letter stands for an exercise. So 4 exercises, JAMS, JAMS. Okay. So the first exercise, J, stands for jumping jacks, which I don't need to demonstrate. You guys know those exercises. And A stands for abs. And so we're going to be doing some bicycle abs, which I'm sure that most of you have done before, but just as a little refresher, we're going to be taking a spot on the ceiling, staring at, taking your elbow to opposite knees. M is for mountain climbers, like this, and then we'll be going into S for star squat. So that is coming down to a squat and then exploding into that star shape with your legs and arms kind of splaying out. So we're going to do this 30 seconds of each exercise, back to back, and then once we've gone through all 4, we'll take a little rest before doing it again. So super close to the end of our workout here, only about 5 minutes left. Hold on to it, and we will be great. Good workout today, jams. Let's do some jumping jacks. Let's go. Okay. So the next exercise is abs, bicycle abs on the mat in 3, 2, 1. Excellent. So we're going to flip over in about 10 seconds and do the mountain climbers. And 3, 2, 1, mountain climbers. Keep it up, halfway through. In 3, 2, and 1. Starting with the star squat and go. 30 seconds of these. We get a rest before doing one final round of the jams. Last 10. Keep it up. In 3, 2, and 1. Okay. We're going to rest for 30 seconds, and then we have 2 minutes of work before the end. So that's just one more round of all these exercises. The jams. All right, to control your breathing, we're going to start in just a few seconds here. Last round, and jumping jacks. Last time you have to do these today. And good for you, only have 20 seconds left of them. You look strong, I see you. This is good. Last 10. Bicycle abs in 3, 2, 1. Okay, keep it up. 10 seconds to go. Heading to the mountain climbers. In 3, 2, 1. This is the final minute of exercise today. Let's make it a good one. Ten seconds to go. Three, two, one. Star squats. All right. So close. 10 seconds. Hold on to that effort. You're doing great. In 3, 2, and 1. You have made it. Look at you go. Okay, I think we need a stretch. Lots of jumping today. So let's stretch out those calves into a runner's stretch. So one leg behind you. Keep that leg straight. And you want to feel a stretch in the back of your calf. I mentioned this before, if you don't feel a stretch here, either now or later, you want to find a steps and step and sink your heels off the edge of the step for a good calf stretch. Either way, we need to stretch our calves today. We did a fair amount of jumping around, switch sides. And switch sides again. And switch sides again. So I think the majority of us have some snow today. I know Oklahoma and Michigan you guys don't have too much snow, but in Boston, did you guys get some snow? Yeah, thumbs up. Yeah, so there's a winter wonderland. Enjoy that, those of you who have that. Going to go to a hip stretch next. So take your left ankle, place it just above your right knee. Use something for balance if you need to, and push that left knee down towards the ground. We definitely did some hip work today, so this should feel good on your glutes. And switch sides. So just a note about next week. I know we've been meeting Mondays and Thursdays. There is no session on Monday, just the week got thrown off a little bit with the holiday. So I will be having a Thursday session next week. And then the following week will be, we'll switch sides again. Following week will be 2 last sessions for the month. So that is something to look forward to. And speaking of things to look forward to, I did decide to do this again next month. I'll be sending out an email with those details, but that'll be Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 a.m. Eastern time. Okay, let's do a stretch for the pecs and the chest. You want to find something that you can place your palm of your hand on and rotate away from, like a wall or a door frame. If you have that, that will feel good in your chest and shoulder. Okay, switch sides. And you can play around with the angle of your hand here. If you put it up further, you'll feel stretch in the upper part of your pec. If you put it lower towards the floor, you'll feel a stretch on the lower part of your pec. Switch sides. So wherever you feel like you need it most is where you put your hand, and turn away from that wall. Good. And switch sides again. So the next thing that we will work for stretching is going to be the front of those legs. So we did a fair amount of work in the quads today. So let's just pull ourselves into a good stretch here and getting that foot up towards the butt as much as you can. Squeezing that glute if you want a little extra, if you need a little extra pull in the front of your leg there. Good. And switch sides. Proud of everyone for getting up early and taking care of your health and your fitness first thing in the morning. Feels good, doesn't it? All right, switch sides. All right, let's do that one more time on the other side. Okay, one more, just loosen up the arms a bit, just a couple seconds here. Take forwards and backwards, alternate, just kind of loosening up from all that work we did on the mat with the arms. Okay, thank you everyone. Happy morning to you. And I will see you next week. Remember, it's just Thursday next week if you're able to join.